My first name is Arturo Lester. Last name is Lester. I was the first class to graduate out of Philadelphia Technician Training Institute for Auto Mechanics.
Yeah.
I got my state and emission license. We got tools. We got everything, and I got a great job out of it.
You got a great. So tell us how you found the Philadelphia Technician Institute.
It was an article in the paper, Help Wanted, for auto mechanic, and I called the number, and it was Sherman. So they told us we had to go to a class to see if we could learn, if we know how to read and write. First off, that's common sense. So you passed the test, you got in the class. But it wasn't a regular class. It was a 3-month class. It was like it was a hybrid class, like accelerated class. It wasn't a regular auto mechanic class, but I had already had experience in auto mechanics.
Okay.
I used to work at I worked at Pep Boys and Firestone.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit about your history. Tell me where you from.
Oh, well, I'm a mechanic. I worked as a mechanic, like I say, at Pep Boys and Firestone, but I never went to school for it. I was in the Navy and I was an engineman. So when I came home, I started changing tires at Pep Boys. Worked myself up to a mechanic. Got out of there, got laid off I forget for what reason, but I went to Firestone. I was a lineman technician there. They sent me to school. And I never had my state and emission license. I always liked working on cars and getting my hands dirty because it costs so much to get your car fixed when you take it to a mechanic. So sometimes you can't pay that bill. So learn how to do it yourself. Learn how to do it myself, and like I say, I seen an ad in the paper for Help Wanted, and I had went back to school for HVAC, which is heat, ventilation, and air conditioning, and I went there in '99. I was 39 years old. I got out of the school in 2000, and I was working as a electrician apprentice for a company called Adams Bickle, which is a general contracting company. And I got laid off from there. And like I said, I was looking in the paper for a job, and I seen Help Wanted for mechanic. I said, I don't mind turning the wrench again. Filled out and went, and like I say, they asked us, did we know how to read and write? Common sense. You should know if you graduate from school. And we had an accelerated class for 3 months, and man, I didn't go for the mechanics because the same reason I got out of mechanics is the same reason why I didn't go for mechanic. It's no money. If you don't own the shop, you ain't making no money. And I'm just being honest. Okay. So I told them to put my resume in for HVAC, and about a week later I got a hit from Philadelphia Housing Authority, and I've been there ever since.
So we were able to help you get a job through here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got an HVAC job. I got my job at Housing, right up the street. Our office is right up the street. I got hired at Housing from PTTI, from Philadelphia Technical Institute. That's how I got my job at Philadelphia Housing Authority.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So for HVAC, like I say, but it didn't make a difference because that's what I did. You can't just learn one thing. Nobody should be, because if you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You got to have another way to look for money.
Right.
And I do insurance right now and personal finance. I'm always, if you don't use your mind, you'll lose it.
Right. That's crazy. So tell us about that, like what it was like, just how PTTI was able to help you with your job search and everything.
Oh, I put in my resume, like I say, and a week later, I got a hit from Philadelphia Housing Authority for HVAC. They asked me would I be interested in the job. That was, my son was going to King at that time. I think he just started King, Martin Luther King High School.
Wow. And
now he works for sanitation. He's a foreman. So it goes to show you how time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody,